Hello, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm your host, Airsoft Al, and welcome to Johnny Boy Month! That's right, ladies and gentlemen, for the entire month of November, we'll be taking a look at Johnny Boy 11, and all of his well, not all of his fanfictions, his more popular fanfictions, I guess you should say. We'll be taking a look at some of the ones that he has a good bit in there, a little bit long in the tooth, to the ones that don't really have a lot of chapters at, but are legitimately entertaining and actually really good. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue, of course, one of his more popular ones by popular request, not only the author, but today we take a look at the continuation.
Groovy.
That's right, you heard me correctly. The continuation of In the Heart of Eternia, which of course is a Halo She-Ra, the Princess of Power fanfiction. Now, last we left off, a Horde outpost was completely and utterly wiped the fuck out.
Tomo, you magnificent bastard, I read your book!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The UNSC came in, they kicked ass, and then they moved the fuck out. They're setting up everything, getting ready to basically lay hell on these bastards. But while they're doing that, Adora, of course, is pulled off by the UNSC, as well as some of the other princesses having their own detachments of UNSC, which I will say this now right off the bat. That little adorable ice princess, who looks like an adorable little Mongolian, I'm calling it now, she's gonna be a devil dog. Or she's gonna be a fucking hell jumper. Because I'll say this now, that little girl needs freaking parent figures. And I'll tell you now, the best fucking parent figure she needs to have is a Marine or an ODST. Two of the most badass of badasses in the Halo universe outside of the fucking Spartans. Because I'm sorry, I will say this now. She being raised and taught the values of the Corps and fucking hell jumpers as well. I'm gonna say it now. Her in an adorable little UNSC uniform, or even an adorable little fucking combat uniform. Hell, a fucking patch! With her being an adorable chibi self, riding on top of a fucking chibi scorpion, going off to battle. Fucking Sony makes an art of that right goddamn now. Please and thank you.
Do it! Just do it! Just take all my money! Oh, not this soon! Not this soon! Ah!
But in all seriousness though, we'll talk about that in the future. For now though, ladies and gentlemen, what happens with Adora? Well, she is taken off to meet a German!
Excuse me, what?
Oh no. You know what? I am probably thinking this is worse than it is. So, she goes to meet a German scientist who wants to study her and take some blood samples and run tests on her and...
Bad touch! Bad touch! Stranger danger!
Excuse me a second. No, this ain't gonna work. No, this ain't gonna work. No. Yeah, it also gives me the confidence I need to talk about this. Okay, so... I'm sorry, when talking about crazy German scientists, especially crazy female German scientists, I need to have my my security gun, my security blanket gun for confidence. Either way, though. So, the crazy kraut, essentially, takes some blood from Adora and knocks her the fuck out.
I don't like where this is going.
Already, there's so many pornos I've seen that start out this way, and it doesn't give me any confidence knowing that we have a crazy freaking kraut with a young girl, and I'm just gonna move the fuck on before the perverts sound up in the fucking comment section. So, of course, Adora wakes the fuck up and realizes exactly, well, crazy German lady is stranger danger.
Bad touch! Bad touch! Stranger danger!
Yeah, that's exactly what the fuck happens. And of course, she is given to a Frenchman, a French girl, and, well, that's actually a lot better than anything else, so I don't need my security blanket gun anymore, so I'm gonna go set this off over here then. Now, as this is going on, there are, of course, talks going on with Eternia's queen. You know, the queen, what have you, all that good jazz. A lot of talks going on between UNSC and some of these other things. Just having stuff set up so that way a military strategy can be handled, as well as how to handle the Horde in the future. Which I'll tell you now, Blitzkrieg. I bet you anything they were going to Blitzkrieg the sons of bitches. But the first strategy, of course, is to disrupt their supply lines, meaning they are going behind enemy lines to handle that little bit of disruption. And the way that happens is Adora accompanies a Pelican dropship to actually handle the situation, and witnesses the pure firepower of the Holy Gun Run. While not A10 Warhog worthy, still fucking good. And dear Christ, they do it because you get a gun run, 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 everyone gets a gun run!
Get some, baby! Get some! Get some! Get some! Get some! Get some!
Horde get gun runned just like we did in Viet fucking Nam. And Christ almighty, I was thinking of fucking Fly the Balconies as this is happening. Christ on a stick, I fucking love this story. But we do get a little bit more character development from the pilot. The pilot, the little girl who was frozen in the cryo tube in the last couple chapters when they were introduced to the UNSC and the ships they were on, it is revealed that that's her little sister. And the reason she is fighting as hard as she is, as well as all the other UNSC personnel, is because they have family on that ship, in the cryo tube, in the cryo, and they want to make a future for them. And that's why they're willing to fight as hard as they are. That's why they're willing to end this war as quickly as possible to make a future for them. And that is deep. And that actually, they're not just mindless soldiers. They are people who have friends, who have family. And Adora, of course, is also worrying for the people that she knew back when she was Horde, and is afraid that they're going to die, essentially. Or at least, they're not going to be shown any sort of mercy from the UNSC. This is understandable considering that the UNSC is fighting a war of extinction. I have said it many times before, but the UNSC military is going to fight hard, they are going to fight fast, and they are going to fight to win. And if they can take prisoners, they'll take prisoners. But if they can't take prisoners, they're not taking any fucking chances. They are putting a bullet in the son of a bitch. Or they are mercy killing some, well, not really mercy killing, just taking out the bastards as quick as humanly fucking possible. Not only that, but this will open up a lot of good stuff for the future. This opens up a lot of cool ideas, because they know so little about the UNSC. And until that time comes where they can show the rest of the world their entire story, this is where things can get fun. Because the UNSC is launching satellites. And once the communication network is up and running, not only will there be, of course, news stations, such as a war correspondence with each UNSC unit, or units that are with the princesses, but the princesses themselves will have their own flair. They'll probably have their own sort of cult following. She-Ra, of course, will obviously be a big morale booster, but the huge morale booster will be the constant victories for the UNSC and Princess Alliance, as well as a morale-killing, crushing blow for the Horde, considering that now the UNSC has this news network. They have this huge communication hub to where they can talk with each other, where they can actually share everything that's going on the front lines. And unlike Viet fucking Nam, where it was just constantly horrid reports of just, we're losing this war and we're not winning this war, this will be reports of, we are winning this war one battle at a time, and showing exactly what is going on. And when the Horde, especially Horvath, because once these recruits of the Horde start seeing exactly what's going on the front lines, they're going to start, that's going to cause a sort of ideological split, where it's those who support the Horde, those die-hard Hordists, who fully believe in their leader, and of course, Zig fucking Heil type zealotry. And then you have the ones who are starting to open up and realize this isn't something they signed up for. They didn't sign up for this shit. They signed up for food, they signed up to have a bed under them, they signed up to have a roof over their heads. They didn't sign up for any of this shit. This is not what we signed up for. And that'll cause a sort of small rebellion. But the big one in of itself is when the UNSC finally tells their story to the entire world. Once that story is told to the entire world, including Cole's last stand, that's probably going to sort of reverberate. That's going to probably vibe with a lot of people on Eternia, because they are in that sort of situation where they are basically coming together to fight against the Horde. In their minds, the Horde is like the Covenant, and they are going to more or less probably support the UNSC more in terms of their ideological, basically the same sort of situation they're in. They were pushed to fight, essentially. And I'll be honest with you, once that happens, and I already know a few princesses are definitely going to either feel absolutely sorry for these people, or one particular ice princess in general is going to be so fucking gung-ho that they're basically going to say, where do I sign the hell up? The same thing's going to happen with the populace. They're going to want to sign up. They're going to want to come up to UNSC personnel and be like, where can I sign up? Where can I join the fight? They're going to have a slew of fucking recruits. And even when the people finally do come down, and yes, there will be some xenophobia, once they start seeing who these people are and start interacting and mingling, that's when relationships are going to bloom. That's when probably a whole new strand of humanity is probably going to come. I mean, hell, can you imagine an entire unit of UNSC personnel of magical-based beings from Eternia? Especially some fucking ODSTs led by, and I know you're gonna get sick of me saying this, but I'm sorry, she's fucking adorable. She is so devil dog material, of our little ice princess, fucking devil dog, goddamn ODST material right there. Dropping down from a pod, fate first into hell, launching ice shards, and firing her fucking assault rifle or battle rifle at the enemy. Ah! I want it so fucking bad. But I hear you asking, how can the author continue the story if the Horde is defeated? Well, they came here, the way the UNSC came to this universe was because of a slip space rupture, essentially. And so far, all they know is that the war is happening and that Earth is being invaded. So they're going to do everything they can in their power to sort of get back to their reality. Now, let's say they do get back to their reality. It's going to be years later, and probably at the events of Halo 4. At that point in time, a lot of the princesses, especially Adora, and even, of course, our little freaking ice-slinging devil dog, is going to be older, and they are going to be indoctrinated, essentially, well, not really indoctrinated, but inducted into the UNSC. Eternia will be now considered a UNSC planet. Once they come back, of course, it's probably going to be at the events of Halo 4. And at that point in time, once they appear right where, let's say, where Reach is, the UNSC is going to be fucking curious as hell what the hell's going on. But once they do come to Eternia, they're going to basically, I can already see them telling them that this is, of course, the UNSC, let's say UNSC Shira, or UNSC Eternia. Basically telling them that they're here to fight. They're ready to help join and push the Covenant out. I can already see this, I can already see how that reaction would be. They'll tell them that the war is over and that the Covenant was defeated, and literally catch everyone up on what happened, and then catch them up on what happened. Lord Hood is probably going to have a fucking field day with all this, and once Eternia finds out that the war is over and all that's left, of course, are the remnants and the banished, there's gonna be a goddamn celebration among the people because the war is over. They fucking won. And while, yes, they're gonna say, oh no, they didn't win, they survived. Doesn't fucking matter to them. To them, the people that saved them and helped them beat back the Horde, and they were preparing, they were trained to help fight the fucking Covenant, and they were fucking ready to help serve, those people are still gonna be ready to serve, but the fact that they learn that the war is over and that they survived, that's gonna be a big morale booster for them. Because, again, if you know UNSC history and you understand the war as a whole, that shit is dark as hell, especially when the brutes and jackals were fucking eating people. Yes, eating fucking people. So in a sense, this whole conflict itself would be cool concept, and it would continue on into Halo 4 and Halo 5's continuity. And we could see them, Eternia essentially, the troops from Eternia, and Eternia not only of course being inducted into the UNSC fold, but also maybe some sort of dichotomy or some sort of like not really malice, but sort of content against Sanghelis. And sort of the sort of Sanghelios, where all they've ever known about about these people is from what they've learned from UNSC history and the war, essentially. Kind of give off that whole thing of, you know, they're not trusting them because of what their saviors, their people, their friends, their family basically says. And let's face it, once the Ice Princess, and yes, I know you guys are going to want me to stop talking about her. I'm sorry. She's fucking adorable. She's a savage little... so adorable. Once the Ice Princess finds out exactly what the hell happened, if she basically comes back and she finds out about the Spartan program, and if she can, she's going to basically push everything. She's going to play all her cards, and she's going to want to try and be a fucking Spartan. She's going to want to be the best of the best to make her adopted parents, because let's face it, she's going to want a family, and some Marines are probably going to want to adopt her. She's going to want her adopted family to be fucking proud of her. So she'll fucking go to the UNSC, even fucking Oni probably, and be like, I am a superpowered fucking Marine. I want to do my part. Where do I sign up to be a Spartan? Which even then, that whole dichotomy, that whole concept right there is crazy as hell. Superpowered Spartans, or Spartans with fucking magical powers. That right there not only is a propaganda fucking goldmine, but also, goddamn people, you do know who a Spartan is, right? Throw in some fucking magical powers or fucking superpowers and that shit. You got the ultimate weapon. You got the ultimate super soldier right fucking there. Holy shit. But overall, these chapters were great. The story is good, and I really am looking forward to what happens. And if you want to read this for yourself, links to it down below. And like I said, go read this for yourself. It is legitimately good. But this is only one of many stories from Johnny Boy 11 that we're going to be taking a look at. And next time, ladies and gentlemen, well, I'm not really going to tell you the name of the story, but what I will tell you is this. Cadia fell before the Godsman! Till next time, ladies and gentlemen. And if you like what we do, consider donating to the PayPal down below. And if you want to come talk with me, or even the author himself, Johnny Boy 11, link to the Discord where we're all in, down below. Till then, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Airsoft Al, and I will see you lovely, lovely people in the next video. Till next time. Later.